Hi everyone, it's time for another Crumbl cookie taste test. So I went last week and I usually try and skip a week and just go every other week just to keep my obvious cookie addiction somewhat in check. But the flavors sounded so good this week that I refused to wait and I had to go get them. So here are the cookies for this week. And of course, I'll give more of a description and a closer look at each one. And before I try any cookies, can I just tell you that I had the easiest pickup experience today. So I was out taking my cat to the vet. And so before we left the vet's office, I sat in the parking lot for a minute to place my cookie order on the Crumbl app. So I timed it perfectly for how long it would take me to get from the vet to the Crumbl. And at first when I pulled up, there was no parking in front of the Crumbl. Every single curbside pickup spot and more, everything next to it was all full. It's like, I'm just gonna give it a minute and I'm gonna drive around like a little part of the parking lot once just to see if anybody leaves. And sure enough, somebody left and I got to pull right into a front spot. So super convenient. And then what really made all the difference today was being able to do curbside and have them bring my cookies out to me, because I have never left my cat in the car, like on her own in the back. Obviously she's in a carrier and everything, but I've never left her in the car, and I'm never planning to leave her in the car, even for a quick run in and out. I'm just not gonna do it. I can't, I'm too big of a worrywart. So the fact that they could bring the cookies out to me, and it was raining, so I didn't have to worry about the cat. I didn't even have to go out in the rain and get wet. And maybe 2 minutes max it took them to bring my cookies out to me. They got them ready immediately. They work so fast. And I felt so bad having an employee come out, that they had to come out and give me the cookies in the rain. Because normally I'm more than happy to go in, particularly if it's raining. Like, I will not try and do a curbside that way, because I can get my butt out of the car and go in and not ask those nice people to get wet to bring me the cookies. But I appreciated that they were able to, and that they even offer that today, because it really came in handy for me. When they're busier, you know, sometimes it's not that easy and traffic gets nuts around the Crumbl, like with people trying to find those front parking spots. But today the stars aligned and it was meant to be. I was meant to get these cookies. And speaking of these cookies and being in the car with them, it smelled like heaven on the drive home. I could smell one of these cookies so strongly, and that's the first cookie we're gonna try. This is the apple pie cookie and it smells amazing. So this is their pie cookie of the week. They're doing a different pie cookie every week in the month of November. This is this week's. Looks great, and let's read the description. It's a warm oat cookie filled with a spiced apple pie filling and topped with oaty cookie crumbs. Cutting this, I could hear and feel that the apples still have a little crunch to them. So let's try it. All right, so I like this cookie, but I don't think I just love this cookie, and I really wanted to. So I like the apple filling. It legit is like what would be the actual filling in an apple pie. And I think I like the oat cookie. I think it's just getting a little lost for me. I'd like to taste more of the oat cookie, but I see why they chose that base instead of something else, like maybe the sugar cookie base, because that would be way too sweet. Yeah, and it's good. It's just not wowing me like I really wanted to be wowed and to love this, because it's an adorable pie cookie. But is it still good? Yes, of course. And will I still eat more of it? Yes, of course. Next I'm trying Dark Dream, which does just look like a chocolate dream. It looks like a dark, delicious, chocolatey, heavy chocolatey cookie. And I love the sound of that. So the description for this one says, a decadent chocolate cookie packed and topped with loads of melty, gooey, semi-sweet chocolate chips. This cookie is 100% delicious. It's just as good and as chocolatey as I was hoping it was going to be. It is super chocolatey. The soft chocolate cookie on its own is good. And then they paired it with the semi-sweet chips, which are perfect because they bring some extra sweetness. I love it. It's wonderful. And I think that this is going to be the cookie to beat for me this week. Next up is the carrot cake cookie. I feel like that's a tongue twister. Carrot cake cookie. I love carrot cake, as in love. It's one of my very favorite desserts. So I am very excited to try this cookie. I really, really hope that I like it. Let's read the description. It's a spiced carrot cake cookie layered with rich cream cheese frosting and garnished with a pecan crumble. So I know I like the cream cheese frosting a lot. I'm sure I'm gonna like the pecans on top because I like pecans. If you saw my last video, I had the pecan talk. So what's really going to make all the difference here is the spiced carrot cake cookie. Here's my slice. Let's try it. I'm gonna try and bite just the cookie on its own without the icing. Okay, so this cookie is not gonna be my favorite this week. So the cookie itself doesn't taste anything like carrot cake to me. If anything, it tastes more like maybe more along the lines of the kind of oat base from the apple pie cookie. But if you had me taste this cookie without telling me it was supposed to be carrot cake, I would have absolutely no idea that that's what this was supposed to be. So it still goes pretty well with the wonderful, always wonderful, my very favorite cream cheese frosting, but just as a cookie, it just misses the mark. I don't get carrot cake at all. So yeah, just kind of misses that mark for me this week. It's still overall a good cookie. They could put this cream cheese frosting on like a shingle and I would eat it. So I'm definitely still gonna enjoy more of this. It just wasn't carrot cakey and wasn't quite what I was expecting. Last up, we have the s'mores cookie. And that cream on top is making its way off the cookie, but that's okay. It's all right. It looks a little rough, but that's fine. So the description of this one says it's a graham cracker cookie. Maybe that's what the carrot cake cookie tastes more like to me. It tastes more like their graham cracker cookie. Okay, anyway. So graham cracker cookie stuffed with milk chocolate chips and topped with a melty marshmallow cream and a sprinkle of graham cracker crumbs. Okay, I think the graham cracker crumbs are not on the marshmallow cream. I think they're kind of around the sides, not that it matters. Not only do I love carrot cake, but I also really love s'mores. So here's another one that I was just like, yes, I have to go this week. I can't skip. I've got to go and try these flavors. So let's give this one a try. Here's my slice. And there do seem to be a lot of chocolate chips in there. Let's try it. So this is pretty good. And it's definitely s'more-ish. It's reminding me a lot more of s'more than the carrot cake cookie reminded me of carrot cake. I like the marshmallow on top. I love the milk chocolate chips inside. And I love how soft this cookie is. But that graham cracker cookie is just not bringing enough flavor. I think the cookie itself needs more to compete with the chocolate and the marshmallow. But overall, with everything together, it is still a good cookie. So that's it for this week's Crumbl taste test. As always, if you've tried any of this week's flavors, please feel free to share that with me down below in the comments. And thanks very much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.